Hi guys, welcome to Chess Tricks, Danish Gambit. If you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Also follow me in Instagram. I'll give the link in the description. White plays e4, then e5, d4, e into d4, c3, d into c3, bishop c4, c into b2, bishop into b2. This is the Danish Gambit. The white diagonal bishop is attacking the f7 pawn. The black diagonal bishop is attacking the g7 pawn. Black plays pawn to d6 to open the bishop's diagonal. Then knight f3. Bishop g4, pinning the knight. Bishop into f7, it's a check. King into f7, knight e5, check. The d6 pawn can capture because if he does, he loses his queen. Going back, the king moves to e8. Then knight into g4. You like this move, right? Then you should also press the like button. Going back, if black plays knight c6, then knight f3, knight f6, pawn to e5, knight e4, black saves his knight. Now bishop into f7 check, king into f7. Now you should give a check with your queen. It's a check and a fork. King to e8, queen into e4. The pieces are almost equal, but white is in a slight advantage. Going back, if black plays queen to g5 to attack the g2 pawn, we should play knight to f3, offering black to capture. Queen into g2, rook g1, queen h3, bishop into f7, it's a check. If the king captures the bishop, then knight to g5, it will be a check and a fork. So the king moves to d5. Then rook into g7, bishop into g7, bishop into g7, and we can capture the rook later. Going back, if black doesn't capture the rook, then he have to move his knight, which is attacked twice by the rook and the bishop. Knight to e7, rook g3 attacking the queen and the rook. Queen to h6, and we can capture the rook with a bishop. Going back, if black plays bishop to b4, it's a check. We should block this by moving the knight to d2. Knight f6, pawn to e5, knight e4. Black saves the knight, also attacks the d2 knight. Bishop into f7 check, king into f7, queen b3, it's a check. King to e8, and we can capture the bishop. Going back, if king doesn't capture the bishop but moves to f8, then bishop a3, forcing black to capture. Bishop into a3, knight into e4, king into f7, queen b3, it's a check and a fork. King e8, queen into a3. Going back, if black moves the pawn to d5, then bishop into d5, c6, bishop into f7, it's a check. King can't capture. If he does, he loses his queen. So king must move to e7, bishop a3, it's a check. King into f7, and we can capture the queen. Let's see how to defend this gambit as black. Pawn to d5, bishop into d5, Knight f6. If white captures the f7 pawn, then king into f7. If queen captures, then bishop b4. It's a check. Now we can easily capture the queen with a rook. King f1, rook into d8. Let's see how to defend this gambit from first. e4, e5, d4, e into d4, c3, d5, and we decline this gambit. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.